What is up, everybody? In today's video, we're going to be talking about egg colors and everything you need to know. Let's get right to it. Let's do this. So, basically, if you're looking to start a rainbow egg flock like I have, you are going to be wanting to look for certain breeds, okay? Now, what are you wanting? That is the first question you need to ask yourself. Do you want every single color and just have fun stuff? Or do you want to breed these eggs and continue the colors on? Because that is also a big thing that you're going to want to figure out. The first bird I would recommend if you want a dark egg is the black copper Maran. Pretty much any Maran, but black coppers are the ones I have, and they have some of the best eggs. But I can't speak for every other Maran because I've never had any other Maran than a black copper. Those are the best for the dark chocolate eggs. I'll continuously pop up images of like what the eggs are that I get from certain breeds are and what they look like. And you guys will be able to see as I'm talking. So the black coppers lay a chocolate brown egg. Now, they go through kind of a, I like to compare them to a printer. It sounds weird, but what they do is it's basically a tan egg that they put color on top of. That's how the chocolate egg comes to be. So basically, certain times a year, you will have this perfect dark egg. And then it can also change to a lighter speckled egg. It's just, imagine they run low on ink every once in a while, like a printer would, and you don't get as amazing, pretty eggs. So it's just, it happens. You have to let them go through their phases. It's just a thing with black coppers that happens. So they'll start one time with a dark egg, and then they'll go to a lighter egg, and then it will be all crazy, especially when they first start laying. So do not give up on your black coppers if they don't instantly lay this perfect dark egg, because it will happen. Now, next up, we will be talking about speckled eggs. And for you to create the speckled greens and the speckled, all the other fancy speckled eggs, you are going to want a well summer. I will say black coppers do sometimes have speckling that works for that stuff, and it can create speckled greens and stuff. But I will say well summers, good quality ones, will have a really pretty speckling that's just hard to compare to other speckled eggs. If you guys are looking for a blue egg layer, then there's a few choices actually. There is an Americana, which I have ermines and blacks and dominant whites. They're kind of a breeding mixture. They lay pretty well. And there's crested cream leg bars, which you guys know I am not a fan of, but that does not mean do not go out and get them, because there's, everybody's experience is different with chickens. So you guys go and figure out what you like best. Personally, I think Americanas are 10 times better, but that's just my personal opinion. If you like crested cream leg bars better, go ahead and try buying some. You do you. And next up, the little bit harder part is green eggs. So you can't, unless you buy an olive egger beforehand, you aren't gonna have a green egg. It's kind of impossible to have a chicken that lays a green egg just without crossing two breeds. So I would say to start a rainbow flock, if you want instant results, just go find somebody that has really nice eggs and they sound like they know what they're doing, like putting a dark layer over top of greens and certain stuff like that. And I'd say just buy a rainbow dozen off of them, because most of the time that'll end up giving you the results you want and eggs you'll enjoy instantly. Which I'm not saying you won't enjoy instantly if you start with the three or four basic breeds, but I'm just saying if you want instant all the colors in the book, get a good rainbow dozen, and then you should be able to get those a lot sooner than breeding it yourself. Anyway, back to olive eggers. To create an olive egger, you need to breed a dark rooster, which is a chocolate black copper, to a blue egg layer. I'm not going to get too deep into colored egg genetics. I just want to give you the main idea of how it works. So black copper rooster over, say, an Americana crested cream leg bar, either one hen, is going to give you 100% green eggs. So that is your start of your green eggs. And then what you want to do is breed those green egg, any of the babies that come from those that are hens, you want to breed those back to a chocolate rooster. And then down the line, you just continue that and you'll have the nice dark eggs. And next up, we're going to be talking about some more interesting eggs, okay? So pink eggs, first of all, those are a little more complicated. You need to breed to get a good pink egg or pay decent money to get a pink egg instantly. So to get a pink egg, it's basically a tan egg with a lot of bloom covering it. Which, if you don't know what bloom is, it is the protective coating that covers the eggs, because eggs are porous. Imagine before the egg is laid, it's like dipped in wax. That might give you a better idea. Of course, it's not as thick or as like anything like that, but it basically gets dipped in wax and then it seals all the pores in the eggs so that no bacteria gets through. And that's why your eggs can survive so long in an incubator or underneath a broody hen without going gross in like hot temperatures and stuff like that. So the bloom is very much dependent on the hen. So basically what you want to do is buy a hen, and if she has a lot of bloom on the egg, you want to mix her in for sure. It's more common in like Welsumers. I'm pretty sure it's like Welsumers and Orpingtons can have a little bit more bloom. And if you breed continually to improve the amount of bloom on those eggs, it will slowly create a pink egg. And pretty similar to the pink egg, we have a purple egg, which I know, we basically have all the colors of the rainbow in eggs. So for a purple egg, it is a chocolate egg with a heavy bloom, which, as I talked about the pink eggs, you need to find a heavy bloomed female, or yes, a heavy bloomed female to breed with a dark egg layer male. And then you just continually breed down the line until you get what you want. Lastly, we have a gray egg, which is kind of crazy. I actually just recently got one. One of the coolest eggs in the world. I swear I've never had an egg so cool in my life. But those are created by having a olive egger that has a heavy bloom, which when it comes to creating more colors, it's basically like, apart from green, blue, and brown, you are going to need more bloom. Bloom is going to be a very important thing. It's kind of like putting a white layer over top of your existing color. So for the gray egg, it is a heavy bloomed green. So you just want to, like I said, continually breed until you get what you desire. The good thing about olive eggers is when you breed them to a chocolate rooster, anything past breeding a blue and green egg, you have a 50-50 chance of getting a brown and a green egg. So in turn, if you're breeding for that super thick, heavy bloom, you could be producing pink, purple, or gray, which it's not going to happen instantly. Do not expect anything really quickly if you're trying to breed towards it, because it's never first generation you get perfect exactly what you want, because it's a pretty long, agonizing process of getting stuff figured out and the genetics behind them. But yes, it's a lot of fun breeding for colored eggs and stuff. I'd love to go deeper into the genetics, like Punnett squares, and breaking down a little bit more of like this goes to this and creates this. But before I go, an important thing, if you're looking for breeding and like not just looking at the pretty eggs, do not get Easter eggers or Americanas from a hatchery, because there is an important thing when it comes to Americanas, which is the spelling. Okay, so one is spelled like America, that's how it's spelled. The other is spelled with an AU. I don't know how to really say it to make it sound different. I'll pop up the words, but the spelling is very important. Hatcheries have learned that people like Americanas better, so they add their Easter eggers and call them Americanas, and then instead of Americanas. So there's a difference in the spelling that you need to look out for. And Easter eggers, just don't get them, unless you just want a couple on the side for some extra little colors, because their genetics are so mixed up. You can't, even if the hen lays a green egg, you can't 100% know what's inside and what's going on with their genes. So they could throw some crazy stuff. So do not add them to any kind of breeding where you plan on selling hatching eggs, because it could mess with your reputation if it ends up throwing something that's not a good egg. So yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it, you guys. Colored eggs are a lot of fun. I really enjoy them. Honestly, if you're interested in getting into them, go ahead and start. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell, and comment down there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.